Sega.
So this is what everybody left Sonic 6 in the gutter to go do.
Yeah. So this will be the great one, right?
This is a near launch Wii title.
This is a game that I played with my cousin for about an hour, and then we went, yeah, this is boring.
That's great, can't wait.
I played through all of it. It was an interesting time in my life, in everyone's life.
Well, I didn't get a Wii until Sonic Colors came out, partially to play Sonic Colors, so I don't know shit about this.
Oh yeah, we get to talk about the Wii in this video.
Yeah, that's pretty much what this video is going to be, because this is the very early exploratory phase of here's a Wii, what do we do with it? That is exactly what this game is.
This intro is weird.
It's just jumping in it. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, it's very weird.
I tried saying this. This isn't. There's no continuity between this and the last game, right? This is just whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember this game being very plot heavy at all, actually, despite this weird ass opening.
I don't think Generations referenced this at all, or at least barely.
The fuck?
It looks like a B tier like filler plot Dragon Ball Z villain that everyone forgets about.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to say Zelda for some reason.
No, that's probably more accurate.
It's got a kind of a Groose look to it, sort of.
Sonic, you there?
His heart is on fire.
Oh, okay, this is what this is from.
Yeah. This is the title. Get ready to hear this a lot, because I'm pretty sure it's over all the, oh, yeah. So, as you can see, Wiimote held sideways.
Okay.
I have to
party! Minigame parties!
Oh no. Well, you know Kirby was doing it, so.
Let's start again.
I have to try to restrain myself because I don't have a lot of nice things to say about the Wii.
This game, well, we're going to have to get it all out, because this is kind of what this is about. You're not going to be able to talk about this without.
I do remember this. There's a lot of, like, weird storyboard segments.
What time is it?
I don't mind the Wii, but there was a lot of garbage on it as well.
You are the blue hedgehog.
No shit.
What the?
Oh no, it's that's definitely a Zelda character.
Do not be alarmed. I am Shara, the genie of the ring.
I'm one of the Gerudo.
Aladdin.
Yeah, right.
Don't think I've read that.
What? You've got to be kidding me. It's the best story of all the Arabian Nights.
We've got to really dance our character designs around Disney so we don't get sued.
Look at this.
Hey, the page is blank.
Oh, still this Sonic. Well, yeah, of course it would be, but damn it.
Of the Arabian Nights.
Oh no, they're eating
Vanishing. But
a
how?
classic piece of literature.
Of an incredibly evil spirit.
I appreciate the writing has some sort of personality to it.
Razor Jin?
Yes. He used his evil magic to become even more powerful. He could not.
Yeah, this game is definitely not 2006 in the terms of tone.
Wii design, we don't know what we're doing.
Absorbing the power of the book itself.
The power of the book?
I mean, Sonic Colors was a Wii game, that was a good game. It's just when they stopped doing the motion control bullshit, you know?
But the Eraser Jin will then be unleashed into your world.
That definitely sounds like trouble. But what do you want me to do?
I want you to stop him. You must must stop the Eraser Djinn. Only you, the blue hedgehog, can do it.
As so it is written.
So this guy needs someone to put him in his place, does he? I suppose I can help out with that. It might even be fun. But this is all just something out of a storybook, right? How am I supposed to do anything about that?
That's easy.
This plot is just very.
Having called forth
This
the
is
King of the Ring,
this is a spin-off.
I am able
Yeah.
to grant
Yeah.
wishes. Simple wishes, at any rate. Bringing you into the world of the Arabian Nights is within my power.
God, I didn't remember this
What?
last so long.
Inside that book!
Now please, place the ring on your finger.
The
Putting a
secret
ring on.
Like,
Do that with rings? I thought they just prevent you from being
ouch.
hurt.
Hey, take it easy.
My apologies, O Master, but now the contract has been sealed.
You are mine!
Yes, as Master of the Ring, I am now bound.
Did you have to put it
protect
on your
you.
middle finger?
Now, rub the ring.
Like this?
Oh.
Also, this is some low budget cutscene
what
work.
is thy wish?
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, at least they made it like a.
How about a handkerchief for
It's-
starters?
it's the-
It works well with what they had, yeah.
Yeah. And they made it, they tied it in with like the theme of the game being storybooks.
You see, I caught this cold yesterday and...
Please, be serious.
Okay. Thanks for the hankies, though.
Oh, please. Someone tell me that this isn't really happening.
I appreciate that the story is not as serious,
Take me to
but
this world of the Arabian Nights.
there's still a lot
As you
of
wish.
dialogue for
Quit it, will you? My
something
name's
this simple.
Sonic.
Yeah, I don't really remember this much dialogue.
Very well then, Sonic. The legendary hedgehog.
No, he's the most famous hedgehog in the world.
Here we go, into the world of the Arabian Nights.
Okay.
I mean, not to judge you two, but I was definitely too old for this shit when this came out. Don't get me wrong, I mean, we're playing, like, Animal
Well-
Crossing stuff, but
I mean,
yeah, I think this came out and I was like, that's not for me.
We'll move you in that
So this
direction.
game absolutely starts with a huge tutorial because
Right.
nobody knows what the shit to do with the Wiimote.
oh yes, of course. Also,
This
in defense of myself, I never actually bought a Sonic game after Sonic Heroes up until Mania. That
I
actually,
mean, this is
fair enough.
absolutely something I gameplied
yeah,
because
yeah.
I had an early Wii.
No, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. I'm
Like,
just saying it's very...
Like I played this because my cousin rented it. Like it.
That's fine, I'm kidding. I'm not judging. What's wrong with you?
I think this was also
was
another
hard
thing.
to
I mean, this does actually tie into like my experience with the Wii, which is just like I bought this system and I just tried my damnedest to have fun with it, and I just didn't play the right games. I will say.
No, that's the thing. I played like Sonic Colors, Xenoblade Chronicles, the port of Resident Evil 4. It sounds like you just had a really bad time with that console.
Yeah, I think the first game I owned was Red Steel.
Oh no.
That was
That's I think I understand your bitterness towards the Wii then.
Yeah, that was definitely
played all
like
the big motion control gimmick games.
yeah, like I'm trying to remember what I even played aside from this. Like there was Brawl, obviously, because I still am. I'm a person who will just buy a console to play Smash Brothers because but and that was even weird too because Brawl kept getting delayed, so I bought this console to play a game that just wouldn't come out. And so I was like, okay, what do I got? Red Steel, Elebits,
Yeah.
this, like,
Jesus.
briefly.
You see, I think when I got my Wii, it was partly to play Sonic Colors, and I think by that point all the developers had moved on from the gimmicky shit. Don't get me wrong, it's not like the best console ever, but I think by that point there was less shovelware crap, more just actual games.
Well, there were a lot of shovelware crap, but I mean, the actual games were out, and
Yeah, I don't mean like bargain
Yeah,
in
because
shovelware. I mean like ones from like actual developers, you know.
yeah, because it wasn't like I had a lot of choice, you know. Like
Yeah.
um,
early Wii was a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. It got better.
So we have these. So yeah, we're moving left and right. We're auto runner. We're moving left and right by tilting the Wiimote. And we're doing these like charged jumps and jump dashes in the air. And we're starting with this huge tutorial.
It looks like a phone game.
Well, I mean, the endless runner genre wasn't a thing yet. Maybe.
No, we still like phones at the time were still like Java, so
Yeah.
weren't that far along.
You can do a homing attack while jumping when the lock-on mark.
This
when the
just
lock-on mark
screams
changes
spin-off
from
though, you know,
green to
like in the
blue.
same
Move
sense
the
as
Wii
like
remote
Spinball.
forward quickly.
I feel like the more I look at this, the more I kind of remember. It's like, I'm pretty sure whenever I did actually play this, it was under the guise that it's like, you want to see how bad this new Sonic game is? It's like, there was no way this was going to be any good, because it's a Wii game that is essentially a spin-off. That, like, I don't remember there being any hype around it, so it's just like, okay.
Well, I mean, they exhausted all their hype on 2006.
Yeah.
There's not like a victory jingle, it just plays the main theme.
Yeah, that's why I said that's one
Why is
thing I
that-
remember. You remember the main theme because it's played constantly. Oh my god,
the-
this is such a long
The experience
tutorial.
or anything.
I forget.
Press the 1 button to
Now I'm
brake.
actually wondering if I ever got past the tutorial.
You may not have.
Honestly, I might not have. I'm just sitting there trying to think of Wii games that I played. I remember, I think one of the ones I got the most use out of was the Metal Slug Anthology, which is not,
Oh yeah.
like, you know,
Not a
a
good
new
emulator.
game.
I mean, remembering, I just mostly played all the Nintendo stuff that came out because they came
Yeah,
out
that's
with
cool.
all that stuff.
I didn't play Galaxy 1, but I played Galaxy 2, and that was amazing. So.
Oh yeah, there was a WarioWare game. That was alright. Why are there rings
yeah.
behind him?
Keep the Wii remote tilted.
Oh,
Oh.
you gotta tilt backwards to go backward. Beep, 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 beep. Did they have to-
individual level?
Why is
you know?
every single move has its own stage and own tutorial with the ending theme and the starting theme and the XP and the back to menu and press the button? Oh god.
Let's say, like,
Yeah, why not just link them together? Why is it all separated?
these actual levels better start being, like, long, because this is
They
gonna
are once you get actual
Quickly
levels,
press
yes.
and release
This is
the
getting
key
real
button
fucking
to
tiring
select
already.
them.
Yeah, the tutorial is kind of insufferable now that I remember it.
Look how
I did a small jump, even though I...
It's that triumphant music for something so simple.
Just made it.
We're still very much in the Dark Age, and maybe past the worst of the worst. But we are not at the Dark Ages of Sonic.
Oh no, not at all.
I'm pretty sure this is when that Sonic X cartoon aired, which just baffles me. You know, it got like
You can
a
grind on
pretty
places that
long
have
running
square
cartoon
edges.
series during the worst of the worst games. You know. Did he just do a method air?
Maybe. Pretty sure you're supposed to avoid those. Because they slow you down. Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Make believe it is.
Yeah, you didn't get a medal, see?
No problem.
Oh, better go back and do it again.
You have to tilt the remote pad.
Alright, we got 3 skill points.
So I kind of find the Arabian theme kind of weird for Sonic as well.
Okay, so who's this guy who's trying to make the world disappear?
Basically,
The
this
eraser
is
Yeah,
it's
that's
weird,
right.
but
Can you take me
like
to
they
him?
did this, and then the other Wii game was also like a
What do you mean?
Story,
classic
it's like the
story.
storybook series it's called, isn't it?
Yeah,
And then one's like Black Knight, like, which I guess it's like after the.
yeah. That's not quite as
What's
much of
that
a
all
single
about?
story,
Talk
but
about
yeah.
close shaves. Maybe you know where I can get my quill sharpened too?
Sonic.
Sonic, shut up.
He's the
I'll go
only
to the final
spirit
boss. This game wasn't that
the words of our
bad.
world from the pages.
You must be that blue rat that just got added to the store.
Oh my god, that voice.
Wow.
Don't you know anything? I'm not a rat. I'm a hedgehog.
I am Eraser Jin. I am the one who shall carve up this world as I
That's definitely.
see fit.
It's funny, like I don't really watch a lot of cartoons, but I know 4Kids voice acting when I hear it.
Yeah.
Sonic.
It's not just that it's crap; it's got that special blend of like the crap, but they're kind of trying, but.
They're trying, but they have no... It seems like they have no direction. Or not
And also like miscast as well. Like
Yeah.
they just say, "Is this character male or female? Male. Okay, that's your role." I'm not really good at doing deep voices. That's your role. Shut up.
Have gathered the 7 world rings for me.
You know what's like cast impeccably? The entire DC animated universe. Like I don't think that show had hundreds of characters in it. I don't think I ever heard a voice in that entire in all those shows and thought that voice fit. Whereas this can't even get like 5 characters right.
I suppose a suitable punishment is in order then.
It's like the only one that's consistent is Shadow.
Sonic.
Yeah, and I mean that's not a deep character. It's just not hard. It's how moody.
So, this is how judgment is dealt, is it?
How capital judgment is dealt.
This should be interesting. You listening? Bring me the 7 world rings before the arrow of flame extinguishes.
How many variants of rings are in this damn series?
Not your life is forfeit.
These are the ones that Knuckles collected in Chaotix, right?
Select the life of King Shari.
Right, yeah. The Chaos rings, which are not.
The creator of the Arabian Nights and the main character of the story.
Pretty sure Sonic's the main character of this story.
Just have to make sure
Isn't the
we
name
get to it
Shazarad
first.
the main character of the story? And like the king is just someone she has to tell stories to or die.
I have to be honest.
Well,
I'm
here's
not
an actual stage.
good, so.
Oh,
What?
oh, we've got skills to equip. Here's our first skill. We get some rings to start with.
Okay.
Okay, so...
First, let's find the king's palace.
Yes.
Oh,
let's
God.
Oh, good.
If you have at least one ring, you can get hit without being hurt.
Wow, is that how it fucking works?
What's the out of 54?
I forget. But yeah, this is how this is. You just tilt left and right.
It's a
You don't
phone
need
game.
most of the yeah. You don't need most of the goofy stuff they taught you.
That pillar is being manipulated by magic. Look out!
Sure
What?
is.
Explain that.
Eraser's henchman.
You know what I liked about the old school Sonic games? Like, being levels, you could take multiple paths in.
You can get the power by defeating that spirit.
Well, look, there's 3 rails here. You can take all 3.
I was gonna make a joke about like a light gun game, but even like House of the Dead and shit had multiple paths you could take. Unless this does, I don't know. I'm not getting that impression though. What? Whoa.
camera usage
Oh,
is
we have a
terrible.
cap of 50 rings because question mark?
What the fuck?
You want to get extra lives?
Well, there's no life counter.
Huh.
Yeah! Yeah!
Watch out! The red spirits can breathe fire.
Those are red spirits? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's a dead end.
This game would be a lot easier with Lightspeed Dash. And to think they gutted the last game, like, I'm not saying the last game would have been amazing, but they like gutted it partly to make this.
Don't need that? Okay. I guess it makes sense that Sonic is one of the first early runners, endless runners, but
Sure.
oh, okay, that happened. We didn't get hit, we just kind of had a thing fall in our face.
Move the Wii remote.
Let's
Oh,
notice
good. We have to, yeah, we have to shake it
Get off the flying part.
to flap.
the flying pot.
It's one of those things, like, I don't... It's like, I kind of understand that whenever they had to make a game for the Wii, they're like, let's use the Wii as, you know, efficiently as we can. Like, do everything that it can do. But it's also like, you know what Sonic games were? They were like a D-pad and one button.
Yeah.
That, you know, didn't really need a...
I forgive this more because it's so fucking early, but
Whereas I mentioned the fact that the Wii was like a console generation backwards, like we've gone from an HD game to back to SD. So that's another like compromise. Like this is, if you make a game that's fixed on a rail, then that's less, you know, like less asset management, less polygons to shift than an open world. Pretty old school Sonic with spikes.
I think we're just tilting like a madman at this point. I'm not sure. D-pads are for chumps.
This reminded me of Sega Sonic the arcade game. Oh god, it really is actually, because you just encourage just keep moving. There's like funny hazards dropping in your way.
I like in games like this where the person doing most of the commentary is not the person doing most of the work.
Just past that pier is the town.
It's Navi.
Yeah.
There it is! I see it!
That's the King's Palace.
What did Roger Craig Smith like take on the role of Sonic?
Okay.
It feels like the dark age ended when he started working.
You said he was him in Colors, right? Or
Pretty sure it was, yeah.
This game needed a skill tree.
Where is he?
We gotta add some depth, I guess. Oh no.
What's Dr. Eggman doing here? Aha! I knew it! This is all another one of your schemes!
I knew it because Eggman was definitely into
king of this land.
getting people into storybooks.
What are you up to this time?
Sonic, wait! You're making a mistake. This is him. This is King Shariar.
Really?
Such insolence! Guards, seize this blue spiky thing at once!
Where are your men, Your Highness?
Oh, that's right. Let me explain. When the evil spirits appeared out of nowhere, everyone turned and ran, and I was stuck having to hide in that jar.
Pterodactyl swipe.
Help me!
Oh, okay.
Literal swipe.
Well, well.
Well, it's him dealt
Guess
with.
it's time for a little action.
But hang on. So is he implying that what's his face? ReSword Jin did that?
What?
He was there, I think?
He was riding the pterodactyl, if you saw it. The eraser Jin.
But he wants Sonic to get the world rings. So why is he interfering?
I got a fire soul.
Oh, okay.
Bob, I'm sorry, Bob. You've already thought about this plot way too much. Like, the developers didn't even care about it this much. Also, this is
Why
just...
are we doing this level again?
Yeah, this is just a section of the previous level.
Oh dear. This is the dark. This is. Oh no.
You remember how I made a hint to the fact that if we didn't want to finish this game, we probably shouldn't?
Have you reached that point?
Yeah, no, that one level in, one actual level in, and I'm like, yeah, no. We could...
Okay.
We'll just, no, I mean, we could...
No, look, I've got a time limit of an hour.
We just lost 20 rings.
I will stick my hour, and then we've got a little chronicle. We've got a whole hour. We can say, yeah, this game isn't worth bothering with.
We'll see. Yeah. We lost 20 rings because a spike ball hit us, and that was it. Oh, why are we playing the challenge? Oh, we're playing challenges, not going and not moving on to the next stage.
No.
That's why.
Oh no.
What is it, like 100%, or...?
Well, it's not 100% because we're missing things.
This video covers the mandatory missions necessary to initially unlock the standard ending of the game, which then unlocks the true final boss.
Oh, so like
that's what the timestamp
some of these challenges are fucking required.
Let me show you just how fast I am.
This game is loaded with timestamps because
We can't like, you know, choose the next stage yet. It wasn't listed. It was still question marks. So yeah, there's like challenge stages, but you have to do them?
So the only thing that makes this game better than Sonic 06 is that the story doesn't take itself seriously, and it's not, like, programmed terribly.
but it's doing way less. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's
Also, you never play as Silver.
That's should have put that in the back of the box. It's hard to get like mad at just like a silly motion controlled spin-off. To be fair, like, it's not.
Yeah.
This is claimed to be a mainline.
This
entry.
isn't trying as hard, so when it fails, it's not.
It's like, yeah, it's trash, but like.
It's
whatever.
not trying as hard in a way that's sort of acceptable. It's like, you know, you're a smaller, lower budget game, you know?
Yeah. That's that's going back to what I said about B movies. Like, this is like a B movie game. It's just a low budget kind of thing, and it's just I can't be like mad at this. Like, it's crap, but and it looks like it plays fine for what it's trying to do, which is just be a motion controlled gimmick for this new system.
But this is also the reason that Sonic 06 sucks.
Well, I don't think that
This
game
is-
would have been amazing
This
anyway.
is partially the reason why Sonic 06
Partially.
sucks.
It's the reason why Sonic 06 is even worse than it already is. It's just like,
If we stopped watching, we wouldn't have seen Tails.
Tails?
Sorry, not Tails.
What are
It's
you doing here too?
God, is he supposed to be Aladdin?
Tails? My name is
Oh, Alibaba. Okay.
Come on, Tails. I know it's you.
I'm very sorry.
You know, Sonic, for how fast you are, you sure are fucking slow.
Oh, it's okay. It's no problem that you saved me. I might not be very strong, but I've still got some tricks up my sleeve.
I could throw ring boxes at
Whatever you
people.
may help in return, the least I could do to repay you.
Thank you. If something comes up, we'll be sure to call you.
What, like on your
Nice.
cell phone?
oh, we still can't go to the next area.
Oh,
Break
break five
five
Break
jars.
5 jars.
Sorry, Sonic, you can't go to the next stage until you break 5 jars.
Oh, okay, so we gained acceleration, and we gained a boost start, like in Mario Kart. where we tilt the Wiimote forward at the correct time to get a boost start.
Right. I forgot
The other one-
did this unlocking shit.
Oh, I played Mario Kart Wii. That game was fun, I think.
Yeah. Of course, you would only play it with the Wiimote steering wheel controller.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't so bad.
I'll give the Wii this, like, well, it's kind of funny because they were really pushing the motion controls thing, but they gave you plenty of options as well, including using GameCube controllers, you know?
Yeah.
Of course.
Can you imagine if they did Brawl and you had to play it with motion controls?
The game, like, GameCube controller only worked, like, for the initial round, and then people stopped, like, supporting it.
Yeah.
They supported the classic controller.
I remember a few words. I remember playing that version of GoldenEye on it. It was like GoldenEye name only, but still.
Yeah, that was also an early one, yeah.
It wasn't that early. It was that was released when I had one.
I wanna.
Maybe like 2010 or something.
This is a good time to bring up my favorite thing about the Wii. It's a word hyperbole. The Virtual Console games. I mean, those are actually really, really cool. The Virtual Console is like really neat. You know,
Right.
some old games.
Oh, yes! Hold on, just a second.
Mhm.
Arabian Nights Dinosaur Jungle.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, right.
What?
I mean, I remember that.
What are you saying about the Virtual Console?
So, because the system had all these different controls, like controllers you could use,
Oh,
and they made them compatible with all of them. And the best thing was the GameCube one. If you were playing a SNES game, they translated the buttons like literally, and so it means yeah. So any game like, say, Mario World or Donkey Kong Country, the run button was on top of the controller, the jump button was on the left, and then the big A button was like usually like utility stuff.
You know, my favorite thing about the Virtual Console is that they just took the old European ROMs, so they all ran slow.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't know.
Right,
Apparently, they don't do that anymore.
No. Whenever they do like a modern re-release, like they don't do that shit, but the Virtual Console did for some reason.
Oh my god! What?
I think there at that point there was probably still a question of fidelity to what people played versus.
I think they were just fucking lazy. You want the European one, right? Like, no. No, I don't. What's funny is they did like Capcom did. So the PlayStation Network PS1 games had the same issue on the PS3. So but I bought Symphony of the Night on the PS3 and I went, oh great, I love this game. And it was like this slow piece of shit. And then I realized I was doing the exact same thing. But the thing is, Capcom released some of the Resident Evil games, and they used the American version. So they on the shop they were called like imports or something, like US version. But it just meant it was the proper version that ran right. So I don't know if they just did that because I think Virgin published those games in Europe at the time and they couldn't get those rights, but whatever the reason was, we got the version of Resident Evil on the PS3.
Thanks.
Yeah, you want to get all your Wii stories out because I think this is what this video is going to be.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
How many of these guys are there?
And my PS3 stories, apparently.
I mean, I think I was still a true believer through all of it, but at the same time, I just played games, and like, there are a lot of weird early crap, but I kind of didn't notice because that was when I had GameFly, so I was just renting a bunch of games, so you all kind of expect about a lot of weird crap because you just rent stuff, you know? Like
I hacked the shit out of the Wii, and that's why I still keep it around, because it's just really good for... You know, when you get emulators, you know, you gotta like configure the controllers every time. But the thing about playing an emulator on the Wii is that you've got all these controller options, and you just press a button and it'll just work. So it's a really good like stuff for emulating games up to a certain point.
This is a weird section.
That about sums it up.
That's some sound design. Oh, Excite Truck! That was another game I played and owned.
Oh yeah, that game was cool.
Uh,
I kind of feel like I had some obvious ones I'm just forgetting now.
I like that game a lot.
I just wasn't into motion controls. It's like every time it was either like tolerable, or I was just like, no. Because like my whole philosophy was, because I remember borrowing Twilight Princess from somebody, and I played it on the Wii. And I don't remember getting very far in it because I essentially got to the point where I just went, like, I could play this game on a console where I could press the A button and get an instant, like, or, you know, a near instant reaction, or B or whatever, from, you know, just swiping a sword. Or I could play it on the Wii where I have to, like, actually swing my arms around like an idiot, and occasionally it just does, you know, it'll miss an input. Or it just doesn't realize what I want it to do.
Yeah.
It just felt like I was playing gimped versions of games, honestly.
Well, I mean, obviously that one was a special case because they kind of slapped it in at the last minute.
Yeah.
Easy.
The closest they ever got to like actually doing something with the motion controls was Skyward Sword. Because it kind of used it as a stick that you couldn't hold still. Like in the center position, you're always holding to a side, so your opponents could like react to where you're holding and you could fake them out and stuff. But it's not like, it doesn't feel like they're just being random bullshit, you know?
The thing about that is, though, it needed the Wii Motion Plus. Like, the default Wii control was not good enough for that game. They had to release, like, an add-on.
Dare you? I am the king.
Oh, yeah.
Must you be so rude?
And that was, like, really at the end of its lifespan.
Highness, where did
I say that, technically the Wii hasn't ended. Finally, they're still making, like, Just Dance for it and shit.
Oh, right.
Released simultaneously on the Switch and Wii. Like,
It's a relic
what?
from an ancient kingdom.
I mean, I get why, but it's still funny to say.
Yeah. Probably not released on the Wii U, though.
No, not at all. Like, I'm trying to think of another example of that. Has there ever been a game released for, like, one
gap.
series of consoles with a gap? Yeah. Because I've never heard of that before. That's like releasing a game on the PS4 and the PS2. You know? It's just weird.
I did actually mod my Wii at some point as well. That was actually quite a bit of fun. Just
Yeah.
I know I had like a few emulators on there, and I think I did the what do you call it? Like the modded version of Brawl, like the model swaps. I saw some screenshots of that lying around. That was a ton of fun.
I've never really been into modding. Hello, I've never really felt the need to have a bunch of emulate. I've been wide on emulators, but when I do play them, I mean, just put them on the computer.
Well, I was, when I had the Wii, I was like a poor student, so I was just, you know, I'd get what I could, legally or not. Although I do feel like I need to get Xenoblade Chronicles on the Switch just to address the fact that I pirated it.
Yeah, I used my modding experience was I put a bunch of stuff on my PSP because
Oh god, yeah.
everything on the
PSP.
go, which is nice. And then I think the Wii I remember mostly using the mods for like the hacking thing for like the Brawl, and then
Yeah.
I put like emulators at like my cousin's house and stuff. It's like I think we actually played Trials of Mana on the Wii.
I think I played more GBA games on the PSP than the actual GBA.
I can't make that claim, but I did play a few GBA games on PSP, which is kind of funny.
Oh, I played a lot.
That's actually how I spend most of my time playing Advance Wars is on the PSP.
What else you gonna play on the PSP?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection's pretty good.
Yeah, I think there's like a few really good games on the PSP, but like
Mega Man Powered Up was pretty good.
there are few and far between.
The only
The thing about
PSP
the
games,
PSP is,
the only PSP games I played was Darkstalkers,
oh yeah.
Luminous, and was it Mercury? Like Mercury Meltdown, something like that.
I know which one you mean.
Yeah.
That's what it was called, but I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, it was alright.
I had a few. It was kind of my go-to system in that period of my life.
Although to hack the game or to actually play other PSP games, I had to have a disc in the slot, and that disc was a copy of Mortal Kombat, like whatever game that was. Yeah, Unchained. Yeah, that was it. And I think I played that like once just to see, and it's just like, yep, still garbage.
It's still Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rented one of the Lego Star Wars games to soft mod my Wii.
Oh,
I think that's what it was. It was like it was an export, so I rented this one game.
Oh.
And then on the eBay, it cost a fortune because everyone was getting it for that very purpose.
That's right. Yeah.
Like Lego Batman or something.
Yeah, that sounds
to be
familiar.
fair, those were popular games regardless, but...
Yeah, there are plenty of copies out there, but it certainly costs a lot more when they find the exploits. I don't want to do the same thing with my Switch though, because A, it costs too much for me to be screwing around with, and B, I like that system too much anyway for me to tinker with it anyway. I don't need a bunch of emulators on it, I've got enough legit games to play on it.
Yeah.
Whereas with the PSP, you know, you kind of want those emulators.
I have to admit, I think the Switch is the first time since the GameCube that I actually got my money's worth out of a Nintendo console. Or a home console. The portable ones are good. Because I like the DS a lot. I got a lot of use out of that one. But, like, the Wii, I didn't play any of the right games. The Wii U didn't have anything on it. It had a couple. It
had things, but then it kind of ported them all at the last minute to the Switch and 3DS.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't regret buying it and, like, riding it the whole way through because I've played a lot of games on it.
I played a fair bit of the few games that I had on it. It was like, Breath of the Wild actually was one.
Oh god, I wish I could even play it on the Switch. Like, whenever you mention you played, I just imagined the Switch, you know? It's just naturally.
Oh no, I played the version that was actually shittier looking. And then there was Mario Maker, Smash Brothers, and Pyro Warriors.
Yeah, weird system. And then you had to get a Switch because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to play Just Dance.
Oh yeah.
We are not giving this game the slightest bit of attention.
No.
Well, yeah, because I didn't realize you'd have to play these stupid missions and not just play all the stages, because I don't remember that.
Actually, yeah, how far? We're 42 minutes into this, we've seen 2 stages.
The whole video isn't that long though. It doesn't feel like, for like a retail Wii game, that's apparently doing everything. 3.5 hours.
It's not
that's
doing
weird.
everything. It's just doing what's required, which is more than you would think.
All right. Okay.
Oh my god, we just got an upgrade to move left and right better.
It just lets you use the D-pad.
It's explained it. Moving left and right feels smoother, is how they explained it. Which, what?
We deliberately gave our game bad controls.
Oh, Lost World, I forgot about that.
When the hoop gets smaller, move the Wii remote forward quickly. Keep trying, and you can break free.
Keep trying.
What?
Thrust your Wii remote. You can do it. That sounds like a line that was just translated terribly.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of things that are like being translated poorly, how about that 51 classic games like intro videos? They just sound like very literally translated from Japanese. It's very odd sounding in English. It's my turn to get the fried octopus. Like what?
Well, I mean that one they kind of had.
That one particularly, but it feels like a lot of like Japanese humor that just hasn't translated.
Yeah, because I think I heard like a sound effect like da-dum.
Oh.
As like used as like basically as a rim shot, you know?
Yeah.
I felt like first-person shooters were like, I don't know if maybe the right idea for the Wii, but like I feel like there was some potential there, especially like rail shooters, like House of the Dead.
Oh yeah, they had I mean, those were pretty great because you basically had mouse and keyboard, but the problem is
It's not a true light gun.
that was completely a Western. You know, first-person shooters are completely Western, and Western is completely obsessed with graphics, so you wouldn't be caught dead on the Wii.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did download the Call of Duty port to the Wii, which is kind of fascinating to see how they try. It's kind of like technically impressive, but not something you'd want to actually play.
Yeah.
Oh, he's running on that like it's in Sonic 06.
The problem with the, well, I mean, you see,
I've never seen a
Oh.
spirit
the Wii had light gun games, but they weren't true light guns because they really were just a pointer rather than where you aim at the TV is where you fire when you pull the trigger. So even that was like a little wrong. I mean, it's still better than nothing, but
Better than moving.
yeah,
and
using an
curving
analog
around.
stick. Yeah, no, that's just the worst. Like, yeah, see, if you ever see like a video of someone doing that online, just like, no, what's wrong with you?
God, the motion sensor or the sensor bar.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I remember having some trouble with that too. I think especially because I was doing a lot of like, you know, going between houses. It's like, oh, let's bring over my Wii to my friend's house, and then it's
Like,
like,
shit, the Switch hasn't been invented yet. Damn. That'd be so much more portable. I wonder, because we're not
Who's
talking
gonna
about
rock
this
the
game.
place? Who's gonna rock the place? Place.
One of the best things I bought was a third-party Switch dock. It's just the plug. It's tiny. Put it in your pocket. It's great.
You're not gonna evaporate, are you, Shara?
No, she's not going to evaporate, Sonic.
it's dialogue for the sake of dialogue.
Yeah.
They're pulling out all the tricks. What times to place?
creature in the head
Place.
from someplace higher up.
Grace, you know, like... You're not really trying.
It kind of sounds like it's just sampled. It's like we had this like voice clip of someone saying
Oh, yeah.
something. Let's just put music to it.
Move the Wii remote forward quickly. Keep trying, and you can
Could
break
be that.
free.
Like it has just some doors being slammed. Yeah. I kind of... Not saying this is good, but I kind of feel like maybe Sonic would be a bit better if it did more spin-offs like this, because I think I said that once before. Like they should use like actual spin-offs to experiment more and not
Yeah.
have it be like the main series entry. You know, let them get all the... Because apparently they're just like really trying whatever with each game.
This
So
is
maybe they
definitely
did more spin-offs. Because like I said, I'm not getting pissed off by this.
Yeah, it's definitely experimental. It's got an idea. It's not a terrible. Like they could learn some things from this.
Yeah, I mean,
don't know
what
if they
does
will.
Black Knight
That's
say?
them, but
What's Black Knight like? I mean, I'm expecting
I
it to
have
be amazing.
no idea.
Well, maybe we should look at Black Knight. If we're gonna like only do 1 hour of this, then
Yeah.
just do 1 hour of Black Knight, and then say, look, we at least looked at them, okay?
I don't think anyone's missing anything if we don't touch this,
No,
including
but
us.
still, we started it. Might as well make a video of it. What's going on with this? That was like a heatwave effect. Just looks like it's the aliasing is all screwed up.
Reminds me of that, like, oh, what do they call that? That scaling effect that makes stuff look really fucked up. I know it's a good description, but like content-aware scale. That's it.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, when they say it's on bath salts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just look like that.
You know, for an endless runner, there's a lot of making you stop.
Yeah, this is not as much of a runner as I thought it was.
Maybe Black Knight figures that shit out and is a masterpiece.
I feel like this
Maybe.
is less of like.
You can use a homing
It's not like, you know, there was a limitation based on the graphics or anything, like how the level design is. It's just it's just a controller. Like they just have the Wiimote and they're like, motion controls. Well, you turn Sonic like a car.
Yeah.
Remember the shit they did in early DS games?
Oh god,
yeah.
oh man, they have flashbacks to Dawn of Sorrow.
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention that.
Oh no.
Same learning curve here, only much worse, because, like, Murmur.
Oh
What?
god, if this is just a freeform Sonic game, I would just jump down there, you know? I did that stuff in Sonic Heroes all the time, or just... Look, I can see where I need to be, let's just skip all this jump. Sonic really is a car.
Yeah.
I know he screeched when he skids, but not like that.
Sounds like a little dinosaur.
That must be so disorienting, though. It's like, because you're not actually making those turns. They're automatic, as far as I can tell.
This, you know, this bit reminds me of like with the music playing, the little flyby of the stage. Reminds me of like an arcade game. You know, like,
Yeah.
like here's your time you got, your position.
What's he doing here?
He's calling our spirits.
Spirits?
Come forth from the fiery depths of Jahannam, ye condemned by
Oh no!
ease of threat.
Four.
Or
It's a djinn that controls fire. It's
They
calling.
really want to be Final Fantasy, don't they?
Well, I mean, this is...
I know they didn't invent that. I know, I'm kidding. I know they did not invent it being mythology.
This world.
Then why do you need to call forth a creature like that?
I've decided to let the Ifrit burn whatever pages remain in the book. You, blue rat, have you gathered the 7 rings yet?
Well, you kind of slow me down,
Enough
dude.
of that rat stuff. Seriously, I'm a hedgehog. Hedgehog.
All you filthy vermin are worthless just the same.
God, that voice sucks.
Yeah.
Dang.
With only half of the flame left, only
Shit.
half of your life force remains.
Wait! Hey, you! Get out of our way!
Doing, doing.
What the? That didn't work?
It's no.
I tried everything.
Your life is tied to the flame. You cannot fight fire with fire.
What?
Oh yeah? Just watch me! Oh, this does not look good! Shara, lend me your power! Time break!
What?
What?
Sorry.
Chaos
You know,
control.
Gotta run.
Classic.
Don't worry.
Yeah, classic move, time break.
To play again real soon.
I just made this up! This is a thing now, I guess. The evil foundry, I didn't even notice.
Oh my god, we have to go back. Wow, I did not remember how fucked up the progression was in this game.
The description literally says it has Sonic and the Secret Rings has an unusual and often unclear level progression structure. This is from someone who's experienced it. I can't imagine how long this would be if you're just flailing around blindly.
I guess I probably just completed everything because I'm that kind of person, and therefore I didn't really notice that it made you jump around like an idiot. I love these murmurs to explain why they didn't have a voice line for this particular tutorial.
Yikes.
Oh, well, I think we have the time break now, so now those fucking orbs mean something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So they haven't actually done anything this entire time?
Maybe they gave you points, I don't know, but now you can burn them on a speed boost.
What is it with these 3D Sonic games just making you replay levels?
Well, you know what it is.
Lazy.
This is the worst it's ever been.
I mean, the short, though, is like kind of arcadey, I guess.
Just made it.
That wasn't like, I mean, that was less than a minute. That's not as bad as like a silver level. I mean, I suppose it's sort of a throwback to
Escape back here.
being able to beat a level in under 10 minutes.
My friend
How
Sinbad
many-
might be able to share some of his worldly knowledge.
How many levels are there?
It's Knuckles Sinbad.
Where is he?
I bet he
Knuckles
is.
Sinbad. Yeah, it
According
has
to
to be.
rumor, he was fighting some pirates when he was taken away by the roof.
The roof?
7?
It's a giant bird.
Say what?
Well, not exactly.
There's 7 levels.
It's more like a living fossil.
Yeah, one for each ring, obviously.
Well, okay. So
Oh,
then
Jesus.
Where is this bird thing?
I
think
just
the
made that
roof
up.
box someplace out in the skies to
No,
be
you're probably right.
The skies, huh? Okay. Hey, Shara.
Oh, Master, what is thy wish?
We need that magic carpet. We've got ourselves.
My
a
wish is that
magic
you
trap.
defeat the villain.
I wish for this shit to end.
Fucking kill Majin Ganondorf.
Kill Margin Boo.
He looks like fucking...
He does look like a cross between, yeah, Majin Buu and fucking Ganondorf. Just whatever's like a Japanese take on Middle Eastern culture. You know, that's basically what it amounts to.
The wind speed here is incredible. Be careful, Sonic.
I'm just gonna call him Margin Ganondorf from now on. Just in time for us to almost be done with this.
Let's say, yeah, like you're gonna say that for the maybe 0 times
I'm
we're ever
gonna
gonna see it again.
I'm gonna milk Margin Ganondorf as much as I can. Oh yeah, these aren't robots, are they? I kind of forgot.
Okay.
I think a lot of the enemies have been the same. Like they're just different colored versions of whatever the first one we saw. Phew.
The boosted didn't go anywhere. Woo.
Way to go, Sonic.
I will see, Sonic seems to kick back as much on homing attacks as Shadow did in 06.
Ah.
Sinbad must really be someone special.
Ow.
He didn't be out though.
He's one of this world's heroes.
Alright, now who's the stupidest character this could possibly be?
It would be Knuckles. I'm pretty sure it would be Knuckles.
It's Silver.
Oh no.
Watch out.
It's Vector.
Hey, that stone statue just moved.
The real curveball is Ray the Flying Squirrel.
So we're sitting here and fighting an enemy with endless runner controls.
You know, I know it's quite typical for video game characters to mention button names for tutorials. You know, you're gonna have to. It's just weird them name dropping the Wii specifically. Wii Remote.
After him, Sonic.
Quick Sonic, move the Nintendo Wii trademark of the Nintendo Corporation of America and Japan backwards to move backwards.
It's just funny they had to do that because this thing supported like 4 different controllers.
Well, yeah, well, not this game.
Although, yeah, it's weird that, you know, this game has just the one.
That was close.
Ha! No problem.
Ugh.
This wind effect looks obnoxious.
Yeah? It also looks like don't jump, but
Yeah.
this player seems to be pretty keen on not doing the most efficient strategy.
Should point out this is the same player as when he played 06.
Is it?
Yep.
Hey, if you want to play tag, go do it someplace else.
Oh yes, there's all missiles.
Yeah, the cruise missiles being shot by.
Marching cannonball.
Yes, leave it to me. Speed break.
I'm not gonna call this MIC watch. I'm gonna call it MIC glance.
Yeah, do it. Just put these two wikis back to back and just MIC glance we duology. Storybook duology, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, like the storybook series, which got 2 games, which is as far as they got with Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1 and 2.
Oh God. What is
Oh,
the next
God.
game? Is it Colors or is it Episode? Like, we have to cover Sonic the Hedgehog 4. It's Sonic the Hedgehog 4.
But it was like supposed to be episodic, and they never finished it.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
god, we're gonna look at that.
next year is Unleashed, but I don't know if anything came between.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Unleashed was also on all 3 consoles.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, basically just look up when 4 happened, because I'm pretty sure Unleashed is the next game, if it's not 4.
4 is really depressing.
4. Oh god, I played that one actually. 2010. So no,
Okay.
we got quite a ways to go.
I'm still outraged that that piece of shit took the name Sonic 4 rather than Sonic Mania.
Yep.
Why would you do a Sonic game episodically, even if that game was good? Like, what kind of... Like, what is this, like a Telltale game? Like, what?
Imagine if we had like the great Sega revivals with, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog 4, which would actually turn out to be Sonic Mania, and Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah, wouldn't that be, like, so much better?
Yeah.
I do like Sonic Mania has a little shout out to the Pine Pot in Streets of Rage 1, so they both have that same bar storefront in them.
Yeah.
Except I'm thinking Sonic Mania is called
Okay,
like, the Pine Pot.
this flapping wings thing was cool the first time I saw it on the stage, not the like 3rd or 4th.
Even the stage itself is reusing itself.
Oh God. You don't notice this self when I wasn't even that young, but
I was gonna say, I mean, you're older than me.
yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure I was in college and shit.
Same. Oh, what does that wind add?
Whoosh. It adds whoosh.
Yo!
Well, I have to shake the Wiimote in order to get these Donkey Kong ropes to, yeah.
I'm just sitting there thinking, like, are we actually going to dedicate the entirety of or to the entirety of Unleashed, or is it another thing we could just glance at?
I
have
no idea. We'll have to
Yeah,
see. We'll really have to see.
Just made it.
I get the impression we'll probably do one Werehog stage and then just some sort of video that's just the daytime levels. That's what I imagine.
I didn't hear a lot of good things about the daytime levels. I heard they were, like, tolerable.
Knuckles,
Well,
how'd you get here?
I am Sinbad of the
Shut the
Seven
fuck up.
Seas.
This voice sucks too.
Adventurers. Who the heck are
Yep.
you?
Oh, Sinbad, it truly is you, the great adventurer.
I hate the Sonic voice, if I haven't mentioned that already.
Oh, same, yeah.
It's like trying so hard.
Hey, Miss,
Shara.
Shara. Listen, I hate to break it to you, but I'm kind of stuck here. You're the ones who should be helping me.
That's a dude pretending to be Knuckles, pretending to be Sinbad.
It must be the work of the Eraser Jinn, which means.
And he sounds nothing like the guy from Jingle All the Way, I'm sorry.
This luck.
Now you're talking. That's the ticket, Shara.
Come on, Shara. Let's just leave him there.
Hey, listen, Hedgehog. Life's a game of give and take, see? You help me get out of here, and in return, I'll help you out later. Not a bad deal.
I got paid money for this.
Knuckles? Ah, never mind. Come on, let's find that key.
That's it. No more.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's it. That's enough.
Oh, Jesus.